How goes it, my nerds? And welcome to the checkpoint level 4. I am the lucky host of my man, LT Zonda. We're going to be having Rob, the CEO of Incent, and we are also going to be having Jax. So, Mr. Zonda, can you hear me?
Hello. I can indeed.
There's my boy. There's my boy. All right, ladies and gents, welcome. We are going to be rolling marbles here in roughly about 10 minutes. I'm going to start the countdown here in just a bit so people can start getting on the track. Now, if you do not know how to play marbles, you need to go to our Twitch, type !play, and that's going to put your marble on the track. So while y'all are doing that, let's talk to my man Zonda here. How you doing, bro?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. I'm good. It's a pleasure to be on the Zenzo checkpoint. So thank you for having me. I'm sorry it took this long to get me on.
Well, hey, it's the right time. You know what I mean?
It's a good time.
So you recently actually started working with Incent, correct?
I did. Do you want me to give you the whole story? I guess.
Yeah, give me the skivvy.
So basically, the start of December, I want to say, maybe the end of November, the team over at Incent reached out to me. They basically ran a kind of a test version of Engage, working with a company called Gfinity. Mm-hmm. They're a big esports company, started off in the UK, I believe. And basically, they ran Incent on their esports stream. And I believe basically Incent approached me as they wanted to build more for gamers, for streamers, not gamers, sorry. Right. But they wanted to build Engage for streamers. So they said, hey, this is what we've got. This is the idea, and we want to make this for streamers. So we want to talk to you and use your opinion to help cater it to what streamers need. And obviously, luckily enough, Incent came to the laziest streamer there is, and hopefully we've built a product that is pretty damn easy for lazy people like me. Basically, so I've had the pleasure of working on Incent for November and December sort of time. And basically helping the platform in its kind of alpha stage and bringing it to the point of where we could take it and release it for a beta testing. Cool. As it kind of happened that we were going to launch it, the wonderful people at Incent asked if, offered me the opportunity to officially join the team. So
that's freaking rad, man.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So what I've been really happy with is the fact that I've got to be part of a project so early on in this new use case that's being built. Mm-hmm. And I've got to kind of see it develop from the point of the first ever streamer using it being me to now having 1,000 streamers using Incent is pretty crazy.
Right, guys, we had a little bit of issue with the marbles. I had to restart it, so if y'all want to go, I know, but this is why I didn't start the countdown yet. So basically we're good to go now. Start getting out there on the track. I've got some great rewards to give out today, donated by the Incent people themselves. The first place winner on this race is going to win $25 worth of Incent. Second place is going to win $15, and third place is going to win $10. Woo! It's very good. So if once everybody gets like their winnings, we're going to take a snapshot of it. You're going to get into the Incent Discord, and the Zach and the rest of the gang is going to get you sorted out. And they're still waking up because it's like the butt crack of dawn in Australia right now. So
oh yeah, what is it, like 8 a.m, I think?
Yeah.
Horrible. Too early.
Oh dude, I did the last checkpoint at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was so dead.
That's dedication, my friend.
Let's see what's got going on in the chat. Got a lot of hype, got flow coming in, got a lot of love coming in for the Zenzo crew today. We appreciate it.
So I guess if you want me to follow on from where I kind of left off with the story,
sure.
So yeah, obviously we kind of just about to launch the beta. They invited myself and Flo out to Australia to come and visit the team. Cool. And I guess for me to kind of meet everyone officially, and kind of work the first week of everyone kind of helping launch the project and getting it all started. And whilst we were out there, I think Flo must have impressed them so much that she also got offered a job. Luckily, she's not my boss though. So, but then again, I'm sure that won't take long.
Well, isn't she technically kind of the boss already? I mean,
she's always the boss, mate. Always the boss.
I've been married for many moons, and I know how that cookie crumbles. So. It looks like we got some drop codes coming in, guys, so there's going to be multiple ways to get that Incent today. If you do not know how to get Incent, you can go to get.incent.com to redeem, sign you up an account, and if you are going to redeem these codes that you're going to be winning, you have to have it. So be sure to go grab one of those.
Get your Incent, yo.
We're not going to be doing a D-Live giveaway today. Everything's going to be kind of on Twitch today. But I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. If somebody would go ahead and... All right, yep, I've already see the Twitch links in there. We're going to start that 10-minute countdown, all right? At the end of that 10 minutes, this race is going to kick off whether you're here or not. So be sure to go over to our Twitch, type !play, and get them marbles out there on the track.
My best win.
That's it. Yeah. This is going to be some good ones, man. These are some big rewards going out on this marble race. Now,
yeah, well worth being entered today.
For sure. You know, I'm kind of a newbie streamer, and I've been using Incent for a while now, and you definitely see an increase of interaction. You know, people getting into the stream because it's you know, it's a way to get back and it's a way to get into it. You know, being a streamer, it's been one way for so long. You know, the streamer is the one who gets all the tips, but this way, you know, you can actually give back. And another cool thing is that you can actually take that Incent and tip your favorite streamer that's using it, of course. So it is definitely pretty cool. How's it been on your end? Have you noticed you know, an increase?
Yeah, so I guess I've been quite lucky because I've been using it the longest.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, I've probably seen the most improvement. In general, my chat is more active. I believe viewer retention is up, and my CCU is definitely up.
Very cool.
We've been quite unlucky on D-Live, where D-Live has been quite stagnant in terms of growth lately, and I think a lot of channels have been suffering. And where I was quite lucky is during these channels all suffering, I was being probably the only person originally, and then obviously growing it out, one of the earlier people to use Incent. So I personally feel that Incent has given me a huge advantage over other streamers on D-Live during this kind of very stale, stagnant time for growth. So,
Agreed.
And as proven, we've seen all these other streamers that have started using Incent, and their CCU has grown, their viewer retention's increasing, and it's getting to the point now where their audience is actually building wealth and getting to the stage where they can start supporting, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm a small streamer. I've got like 275 followers, but since I started using Incent, it just picked up so quick. And I mean, I'm usually pulling a few followers by the end of every show. You know, they're always asking, like, what's this Incent thing? And it's cool because it's kind of like the Trojan horse for crypto. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that are on the fence about crypto, and they're like, I don't want to invest. I don't want to do this. Well, here's a way to get into it with having to give nothing but your time.
100%. And I think that's why it works best, is because traditionally to crypto, there's such a wall to entry. If you want to be able to buy crypto, you've got to get signed up on an exchange. You've got to do your KYC. You've got to provide all your details and stuff up front, and that's before you've even got a chance to pay for some bloody crypto, let alone have it in a wallet or anything or else, or use it. So why not remove that wall to entry to begin with? Let people acquire it for free, let them get signed up on an easy to use, more kind of centralized wallet, teach them about crypto, let them learn about crypto, and then tell them to go and do their own thing. Put it into your decentralized wallet, keep hold of your own keys, set up on exchanges, buy it, sell it, trade it, whatever you want. But get to that point later on down the line. Don't start with that shit, because Jesus Christ, when I got into crypto, that was off-putting. I remember when I first signed up to my first ever exchange, which was like Coinbase 2 years ago, and I had to wait like a week for them to approve my ID. I was like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely. I'm sure it's pretty quicker nowadays, but even still.
And it's true. It's a long sign-up process, and in a lot of exchanges are going to KYC now. There's the few that are here and there that are without KYC. But it's becoming a norm, And if you're not comfortable, with giving up, your information, there is alternatives out there, but they're going to be a lot less. Coinbase is pretty much one of the biggest exchanges in the U.S. One, because it actually provides a gateway to your bank account, so you can actually literally just sell your crypto and go directly to your bank. However, it's very limited when it comes to altcoins. You won't see Zenzo on there. You're going to find that like on GravyX and Crex24. GravyX doesn't have a KYC, but Crex does, and it kind of limits, especially like if you're in the U.S. When DLive decided to do the changening, I think everybody really seen the difference between the U.S. and the rest of the world. You know what I mean? And thank God for VPNs. All right, guys. So let's see. Will Z and Z be dropped? Depends. At the end of the show, we might drop some Z and Z. You never know.
I've already dropped 200.
I've seen that. Zonderman's on fire dropping that today.
I did that in the start. I was like, yo, who's here early? Who's got their Z and Z address?
Oh, dude, Chuck was on that one. Chuck was straight up on
that.
Too
goddamn quick, man. And then I think I sent some to. I think the name was Daughter of May from the Twitch chat.
Yep.
That's gone through now as well. So should have got that too.
Yep. Daughter of May is one of our regulars on stream. We do marbles races every Monday, guys, on the Zenzo channel. We do it for 2 hours. We start at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you have a chance to come win Zenzo every Monday.
You can send me some too, thanks on the Flo. Where is your Z and Z address then? Tell me, Flo. Tell me, because I don't think you have one, do you? Because unfortunately, that was the one. See, it really annoys me how stuff like regulations and stuff come in on crypto, and because I know it's one thing that you guys had an issue with, and you had to remove your custodial wallet from the Discord.
Correct.
But stuff like that is so good for mass adoption because it means that people don't actually have to download a wallet. They don't have to use a physical wallet or whatever. They can literally just use it, whether it be online on Incent.com or it be in Discord. Or it's genius. But it really triggers me, man, because that was one thing I loved what you guys did. Was the Discord wallet. That was pure genius.
I loved it too. And the thing about it is that it forced us to make something better. We've been working on the Zenzo Forge a whole lot lately, and you can actually just put your name to a Zenzo address. So later on, once the Forge wallet and application is everything's out there, to send somebody Zenzo, all you got to do is know the name, because your name is going to be on the Zenzo blockchain. Pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy. So we got big things coming up. Looks like we got another drop code. Be sure to go redeem. We've got about 3 minutes to the first race. You got to be in it to win it, guys. So get over to the Twitch, type !play, get your marbles out on the track. We got 25 people out there now. There will be 3 winners. And these are for big bucks, man. $25 for first. We've got 15 for second and 10 for third. I love Tendo a beard. I don't know, Snow. I don't know if I'm ready to be bearded.
I don't know. You got pretty good facial hair already, man. The big mustache with the big goatee style thing, mate. It's coming on pretty well. You just got to grow those sideburns out a bit.
Get the chops. I need the chops.
Better than my bloody facial hair, anyway, mate. So.
Look, it took me many moons to get that. Oh, look, my other computer died, so I can't read chat no more. Wonderful. This is why, we have always got these technical difficulties, but that's just how she goes. We're going to let that computer charge up for a little bit. We've got, 2 minutes to the first race. So come on and get into it, guys.
Come on in.
See Snowboard dragging his feet. But, man, this whole, this streaming journey that I decided to take, Incent is kind of like a secret weapon. It's definitely something that you could put into your arsenal to give you an edge. On Twitch, you're already drowning in a sea of faces. You need something to help you stick out. And that's really a great way to do it.
I think that's one thing why I like it so much, and it's the fact of the idea that one, you can reward your viewers with something, and it doesn't actually cost you to do anything. It doesn't cost the streamer a penny to do it. And two, it's sustainable due to the offer wall that's in there now. People can now complete surveys, which gives viewers a chance to earn even more. A cut goes back to support the streamer, and it also covers the value of the drop codes to keep the whole system sustainable. So not only can you actually give away something of physical value for free, but you could effectively do it for almost forever.
Right.
As long as it remains sustainable. But the fact that it can be done is brilliant. Like we've never seen this before. Like we saw D-Live attempt to do something similar. The idea of a click-based metric probably wasn't the best idea. But when it comes to a visual redeem, I don't think it's easily farmable, easily gameable, manipulated. It can be farmed, of course, as can anything. But I think with the steps going forward, I think we honestly really have hit the nail on the head and got a truly sustainable crypto rewards tool. Awesome. Which if we can use that to help onboard the masses and bring mass adoption to gamers everywhere, it's the best place to start, I guess.
Indeed. So it is time, guys. The first race is going down. Good luck, everybody. Let's watch it.
God damn it! As if mine just buffered just as the countdown was just about to begin.
Oh, I love it because I can't see the chat now, so I'm waiting for the laptop to charge up a little bit before I can see.
I'll try and read anything. If I see any questions, I'll come on, little Zonderball.
I believe in you, Zonderball.
Come on, Zonderball. You've only got one.
This is how he's gonna get his new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, guys. Looks like Johnny Man's first one out of the pipe.
Oh, mate, he smacked. Mate, I'm right at the bloody back. What's going on? Come on.
Bookmark, Flo. Johnny's got a pretty commanding lead. Can he hold on? We will see. Plunk's not too far behind. Double bookmark. I see Flow Driver up there. She's stopping you, Zonda.
I'm getting wrecked, mate. But my guy's not even anywhere. He's not even on the leaderboard.
So you still back here? Let's see. See. Oh, Mad Ed. Oh, took a dive.
Where am I?
Copper Tequila. Oh, snowboard. I see you.
Whoa! Two just went flying.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, we lost a few people at the end, so it's still anybody's game.
I tell you what, this is the most exhilarating race that I can't really have an effect in that I've ever been involved in.
Flow gets first. Flow Driver takes
no
first
way.
For $25.
Don't even lie to me.
Worth
No,
of
she
Incent.
didn't.
I am not. Cocky gets second, and Copper Tequila gets third. Wow,
she actually won. She actually won.
First marbles race comes in and dominates. Oh God, what an upset.
Where the hell's my ball? There we go. 9, 8, 7. Making his way up the leaderboard, boys. Let's go, champ.
And he goes clear off the map.
Oh my God. I was really hoping. I had high hopes for you, little Zonderball, and you let me down, man. You let me goddamn down.
Poor little Zonderball. Rip. Rest in peace, Zonderball. Congratulations, Flow Driver. All right, guys. I'm gonna let them document the winners, and then we will go ahead and set up for the next race.
Mondo, cool.
That was pretty good for a first one. Pretty good.
Look at that DNF for 8th place. What is this? What's a DNF in marbles, man?
Dude, did not finish.
God
You died, Zonda.
God damn it. Didn't even make it to the finish line. What a letdown that was on the ball. What a letdown.
Wow. Is this computer really gonna do this to me right now? All right, we're gonna go to the next track. We're gonna get that one set up. I'm gonna give it a few seconds.
Shadow Mind asking in the chat, all you got to do is do !play in the chat, and you'll be able to be in for the next race, my friend.
Correct. That was a good race. That one got my heart going, and I wasn't even in it. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get this freaking computer up and going. 1 second, guys. Are you kidding me? I didn't have it plugged in. Freaking noob. Such a noob.
Zonda, are you proud? Flo, I'm very proud.
Damn it, this is worse than when I started playing Wreckfest.
Nothing is worse than when you started playing Wreckfest.
Wreckfest is addicting, though, man.
It is a brilliantly good game.
It is such a good game. I remember I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I've never really been into racing games. It's never been my thing. But then I played that. There is so many extra variables that go into that game. So I definitely enjoy playing it. And then our developer got it. And then, a bunch of people around us started getting it. Next thing I know, you've got 10 people on the track.
It is pretty awesome. I do need to start playing it again, but I've been too addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh lately. So.
Well, look, I played that for a little bit, but I couldn't get into it. Like, I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! I just enjoy, card games as a whole.
Yeah.
So, I definitely, I tried it though, but I was like, there's just too much going on for me to get into this. But I see you knocking out that blue eyes all the time.
Indeed, mate. Indeed, I'm an OG Yu-Gi-Oh fan, so I stick to the OG cards, man.
Damn you, Kaiba!
I started watching the anime again on TV, and I feel like such a nerd. But
we need to have
childhood memories are so good.
We need to have a little talk about that, Zonda.
What, the anime?
Yes, the anime. I couldn't help but overhear that you couldn't watch it unless it was dubbed.
Oh no! Well, no! But like the original.
No,
don't
back out now.
Anyway.
I know what you said.
But yeah, like actual anime, like Bleach and stuff. There's no way I can watch that in Japanese.
Gasp!
Not even with subs on either, mate. It's got to be dubbed.
I can't. Look, if I'm going to watch an anime, I have to know what's truly being said. I can't go off the American version and just they chew it up too much. And then I get it, but I remember watching Naruto back in the day and hearing Naruto's voice in the American version is like nails going across the chalkboard to me. Alright, so...
El Mayo dubbed anime. Alright, well, some of us don't sit there trying to learn Japanese whilst we watch animes, alright?
Hi.
Okay. I watch it for the entertainment. You want to think I want to try and transcribe it at the same time? It's worse enough when you watch a film and it's got subtitles.
Yeah, I hear you. You drinking you some X Gamer there, or what?
Indeed, code flows, yo.
Code flow.
That energy.
Code flow.
I'm feeling really tired. Ooh.
Perk up.
Perk myself up. That's the one. That's the word I was looking for. Have I won this marbles race yet?
Nope. We
Where's
have started.
my money?
You need to go talk to your boss, sir. The countdown has started. We've got 9 minutes and 20 seconds to the next race. I am getting my chat back up because I'm a noob and don't know how to plug in laptops. Let's get this going. That's so far so good. I actually I had a little bit of a revelation. My internet has been giving me trouble. If you've been watching my streams lately, you know. I actually had to use my phone to give me better internet. I had to put my hotspot on my phone to give me a decent upstream. Like, dude.
Hey mate, if you get 5G in your area, blooming out, you don't even need home broadband anymore.
It's true. It's very true. Like, I mean, that's
insane. But it also fries your brain, so be careful.
Whoa, mine don't cool.
I'm sure keeping our ears between headphones 24/7 ain't doing us any favors either.
Definitely not. My brain's been long fried.
So now that you've been with Incent for a little while and kind of got to see him from the inside, your personal non-biased take. What do you think's in the future for Incent?
Well, to be honest, like when I was kind of explained it and I understood the business model, and I guess to simplify it, the idea is take ad dollar from corporate companies that want to acquire data or spend advertisement or spend dollar on advertising budgets and stuff like that. Pump it into crypto, disperse it to the community members that actually provide the value to that. And I think that's a genius business model because one, it means that there's always going to be a constant supply of a demand to buy Incent, because that demand will always be purchased in from the advertising ad dollar that's brought into Incent that way. So there will always be a way for people to be able to cash it out. There'll always be a demand, which should hopefully then always keep increasing the value as it grows, more and more wallet holders. And as I said, I think it's an easy opportunity to get into crypto for free, and I think it could be one of those key ways, because I've said this before. I think influencers is one of the keys to mass adoption in the crypto industry, especially within the gaming industry.
Exactly.
So I think tools like this that can be a free way for viewers to build up crypto, no matter what it's worth, I think is brilliant.
I think so too. I mean, there's so much money that is used in marketing. I mean, you're talking literally millions of dollars a year, and all they're doing is redirecting that money to the true audience, and they're giving something back with it. And I thought that when I got to talk to, Jax and Rob a bit about it, I was just so like, how didn't anybody, do this by now? Because we are all a slave to it. If you're on Facebook, you've watched a video, but you've got nothing out of it.
It's because for too long, corporate companies and stuff have had that power over people. People on the internet, users, customers, consumers, whatever. We didn't have the knowledge that we had value when it came to online. We didn't realize our data was valuable. We didn't realize that being advertised to was powerful. You look at other things like this isn't a crypto project, but this is another one that's kind of along the same idea of rewarding people for stuff online. And basically, this is a company called Generate, and basically they have like a Google Chrome extension, and they replace adverts with their own adverts that they sell, and you earn their tokens for doing so, which you can use to cash out or buy stuff on their marketplace. And I told them many times before, they need to just jump on crypto, make it a crypto. But that's the way the industry is going. It's going down this rewards route because people are starting to get pissed off at the fact that their data is being used and sold online, and they're not getting anything for it.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, I don't care if a company wants to buy my data or they want to advertise to me, but I'll make it worth my while. And that's why I think it's brilliant that things like Incent, Generate, and stuff like that are coming along, which are now making people think, shit, you know what, I have been taken advantage of for this long. On platforms like Facebook or whatever, where my data is being used and sold off willy-nilly, I'm finally getting the reward value back for it that I actually bring to, like I actually have as a user online.
Right.
And that's the same thing that Brave do as well. So like for instance, if you use Brave browser simply for viewing ads on Brave, you get paid in BAT for it. And it's going down that route. And this is only really possible due to crypto, because otherwise it's probably not going to be as sustainable, because one, the profit margins are going to be very minimal for any project that does this. Right. So their real profit is going to come from the value of the currency going up in value. Realistically, if that's not done on crypto and it's not done on the blockchain, it's a lot harder to do, because at the end of the day, for Incent, I believe our main goal is to remain sustainable. Right. If we can do that, then the reward comes with the value going up, and then everyone benefits. So that's what I hope.
Right. No, you're right, and that's the thing is that because it's been so one-sided for so long. I mean, the corporate entities are going to have to see that and see value in it, and once they do, that's where the sustainability for Incent will come through. But lately, I think the Incent crew has been dealing with this a little bit, and this is kind of a little bit of public service announcement on that, of people abusing the system. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of up to us. It's up to us as the creators of our content to kind of blasphemize that, like look at it and say, dude, what the hell are you doing? Because you're literally taking the money out of other people's
yeah, definitely. I think there's at the end of the day, with any system, there's always going to be people that try and manipulate it or try and take advantage of it or optimize the use of it. Sure. And whilst I do agree in some respects that it should be up to the streamers that utilize the tool to try and spread the idea of the tool and help with the knowledge and understanding of it to their communities. I personally don't feel you can blame people for really taking advantage. I think that's down to us as Incent to say, hey, you know what, this is the issue. People are mass claiming codes and sharing. It reduces the value for everyone. So what are we going to do next? Well, personally, I think we need to make it so that you can redeem from one streamer at a time. If you want to switch to another streamer, then you wait a cooldown. But the idea is that with Incent, you're being rewarded for your engagement, for your time and value as a viewer to that streamer's stream. Because otherwise, there's no benefit to it. Sure. Because we don't just want to build a tool that just, one, gives out money, and two, gives you a chance of getting some of that money back. No, the idea is we want to build a tool that helps streamers. This tool doesn't only help streamers monetize, it helps them increase their CCU, it aids growth, and it helps increase viewer retention. That's what we want to do as a tool. We want to make sure this is an overall tool that streamers can actually benefit from, not just a quick money-making thing for anyone. So hopefully as we crunch down a little bit on the ways that it's being farmed, we'll hopefully be able to see kind of it being utilized better. You never know. We might find that with farming being completely reduced, and now that we've got the sustainability aspect in with the offer wall, we might find that we could even up the rewards. I don't know, but it depends which way it goes. But I think that's the good thing is a lot of people that are using it at the moment, we're all in early. We've all had a great chance to be able to build up some crazy amounts of Incent, especially if viewers have been with me since kind of the start.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Some of you guys might remember the 25-cent codes. Bloody hell.
Man, those were good times. You could go through Zonda and pretty much have a full-time job just watching Zonda. All right, guys, we've got.
That's what I mean. And hopefully, now that we're reducing the farming aspect, we can make sure that the rewards stay sustainable and valuable for everyone for their true value. So instead of just rewarding the few people that take advantage and take the piss, we're rewarding everyone equally and fairly for their time and their engagement.
Nice. All right, guys, we got 1 minute to the next race. If you're not in it, you can't win it. So you need to go over to Twitch, type !play real fast so you can get it on this next race.
Get in. I want that free crypto.
So Zonda's going to try to beat everybody this time, or Flow Driver's just going to take first to the rest of them.
You better goddamn win, Paul.
God damn it. All right. Let's see. We got a little bit of a crowd. Let's see. Yes, we saw doing one. Hopefully, yeah, that's the thing is that the Incent crew has been on top of it. I've witnessed it. They're not just going to let things slide by. If they catch people taking advantage of the system, they're going to put the hammer on it. And they're nice. They're not going to be like, just kick you right out and cut everything. They're going to tell you to stop. And if you don't stop, then they're going to take some action. But if you're just out there completely abusing it, well, they'll take care of it.
I think at the end of the day, it's up to us to make sure that it's protected and looked after. But it's like we don't want to ban anyone. We don't want to kick anyone out. It's meant to be a decentralized tool. It's meant to be for everyone to be able to use. So we're always happy to give people second chances. But yeah, we're not gonna let people continue abusing it.
Right,
Definitely not.
All right, guys.
Come on, Zonda.
Let's see. Where's Zonda? Back in the back again.
Why am I always at the back?
Looks like we got Chuck out in first, Snowboard up in second, Harlock in third. All right, guys. Now, this is the D-Live crew. I know a few of those D-Live crew guys out there. They're taking the lead, but everybody's hitting the poppers. Oh, looks like Rondon got sent flying.
Oh, Chuck's through.
Oh, God.
He went wildfire. Jesus.
Making our way around the planet here. I never win marbles. Well, today's a good day to win, Snow. Today's a good day to win. All right, looks like we got Chuck still out in the lead. We got Dog God out in second. Little Owl third. Where's Zonda? Where's Zonda ball?
I'm well at the back, mate. There's no point even worrying about my ball. He's bloody useless.
There's a lot of
I'm
track.
gonna sack him and get a new one.
That feel when you don't see your name. Shadow Mind. Let's see if we can find Shadow Mind. Oh, I see you, Shadow Mind. You're right there. You good. And now that I can actually read chat again. Jesus. All right, we got Bizzo and Copper, Chuck. Mad Ed not too far behind. Oh, Zonda. Mad made me play I Want to Be the Guy.
How did you get on?
I did manage to get through a little bit without, wanting to throw my computer. But, man, it was brutal.
Right, it's not a fun game, man. I don't even know how I made it. I don't know how Mad did it either. It's really not a fun game. Never again do I ever want to play anything like that.
Dude, when you beat that was like, yes, no. It was just confusion and glory.
And then I still had to do it again because I failed the freaking cutscene.
Oh.
That game's the biggest troll in the world. Not
this
fun.
Is your first time playing
Never
Marbles?
again.
Well, good. You picked a good day to start playing, bud.
Yeah, you can win some epic prizes.
I played it for all 3 consecutive days. Oh my god. Bad. Jeez. All right, Bizzo, Copper, Chuck. Y'all are currently holding the lead. See, it doesn't look like... Where is Zonda? Oh my god, Zonda, you're dead last.
Come on! I'm losing to freaking Restream bot.
You want to know
He's
why?
not even a real person! How How is Restream Bot even allowed, man? Get the hell out of here. I'm not losing to a bot, goddammit.
Okay, guys.
Ban him. Ban him.
If the Restream Bot does win, we just go to the next person. It's what happens when somebody puts play in D-Live. Oh my god.
You're gonna lose to Restream Bot.
Alright, we're coming up to the end, guys. We're coming up to the end. Bizzo's currently holding on to that lead. Chuck second, Little Owl third. Oh, Copper Tequila takes over third. Here we go. Oh, there's still some poppers in the way. I don't know, man.
This is a really long course, this one. The other one seemed a lot shorter.
Yeah, they're random. Some of them are like 5 minutes. Some of them are like a minute.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think this is maybe since like Twitch is the only way to like really run marbles. Maybe they have it out for you, Zonda, man.
They have. They're just like, oh, that Zonda guy. Oh, he's probably blacklisted from Twitch or something. We'll just make sure he loses.
Oh wow, Copper could have it. First place going to Copper Tequila. Second place, Little Owl, and third, Chuck Hess. All right, guys, you need to go to the Incent Discord and be sure to be in there. I got to get with the guys to make sure because they probably wasn't awake when all this is going on, but we are documenting the winners, and we probably be getting your prizes shortly after the show or towards the end. But we know. We know. And we got a little bit, another drop code coming in.
Get yourself some Incent, yo.
There's just much flying off the
code.
I need a stream deck, man.
These ones, didn't I?
Yeah, you gotta have the echo. Gotta have the Zonda-isms.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
So how long you been streaming for, Zonda, man?
Too bloody long, mate. So I've now been on YouTube for, I believe, 11 years. When I first started making YouTube content, I think the biggest channel at the time was Ray William Johnson. Had about 300,000 subscribers. And he was the most subbed person in the whole of YouTube. And at the time, I had about 10K. So I was regarded as a bit of an OG at the time. And that was pretty mad. And nowadays, you look at it, and blooming hell, people are what's it called? Millions of YouTube. So yeah, 11 years on YouTube, 6 years on Twitch, and a year on D-Live now. So a long goddamn time.
All right, guys, we've got the next track up. We are going to start the 10-minute timer. If you want to get in on this next race, you've got to be on the track to get it. So exclamation point play over here on Twitch. Pretty sure somebody's going to throw out the link here in the chat. One of my lovely mods will.
Oh, can I play again? Right. Oh, get out, mate. You know what? It's really annoying with this Discord is that when you don't have it in streamer mode, it pops up with these little notifications at the bottom right corner. It's literally the exact same place as like a Twitch chat.
Yep.
It's really annoying.
I just disabled them completely.
I want to see Restream Bot beat Zonda again. No, no. Anybody enters Restream Bot, you're getting a swift ban. Right?
Yeah,
do it.
You have to be in the Twitch chat in order to get on the track. So, if you do not, you will end up putting the Restream Bot in and infuriating Zonda, and you don't want that.
And he might beat me again, and I don't want that to happen. Okay? All right? It always hurts when you get beaten by something that isn't even a real person.
Sad. Got the tears.
It's like in Terminator when they take over, you know? Everyone's just a little bit gutted that they ain't real people and they've actually beat us all. And that's why we're all scared of AI.
It's true. Very true. And you know, with the things that they got going into quantum computing and everything else, man, I don't know, dude. They're gonna be slaves to the robots very soon. We're gonna be the ones holding the camera for the robots.
They can't hack a blockchain, so we're fine.
Nope. Actually, I mean, if the chain's not properly done, there's a chance that they probably could going through and just finding people's keys and stuff. But if we think ahead enough, we'll be alright. When's Rob coming? Rob will be coming on in roughly about 20 minutes.
Ooh.
So we'll have the CEO here. They are going to be streaming out of Australia.
I'm guessing you're going to be doing a bit of a Q&A with Rob.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be taking a lot of questions and stuff for Rob, just because, I want people to feel, like they can reach out and touch Incent. It's not going to be one of those holier than thou projects where you never get to see the creators and everything else like that. I've
Definitely, man.
gotten the pleasure of actually talking to Rob. He's got his feet planted firmly on the ground, really down to earth guy. I got to talk to Jax as well, same with him. I'm really, loving what they're doing, and even their, slogan, "Stay true." That's what it's about. I mean, and that's what me and the rest of the guys at Zenzo kind of looked at, and we're like, we got respect for that.
I think that's one thing where we've been quite lucky for obviously myself, Flo, and you, and anyone that's kind of got to speak to the Incent guys on a bit more of a closer basis. Is they really do have an amazing team. When we went out to visit in Australia, everyone there is kind of like a little family. Everyone's fine. Everyone's really nice, and I honestly can't wait for like the Incent community as well, because I'll post in the Discord and that when Rob gets on. But I can't wait to see to see the questions that people have for Rob and stuff, because Rob's a brilliant person to get to have a chat to. So I'm just as excited as you guys are to have him on the stream.
I'm super excited to have him on.
I'll be in the chat asking questions.
Well, it looks like we got another drop code. If y'all want to get a little bit of Incent, there's your way to get it.
Get yourself some Incent, yo.
Do it.
Do it now.
All right, we've got about 6 minutes to the next race. Be sure to go over there and type !play so you can get in it. Yeah, and I mean, like I was saying, I was lucky enough to kind of get onto Incent when everything was kind of starting up, and being able to put it in my streams definitely been able to help. And like I was saying earlier, getting new faces into crypto and starting to understand it is really, it's important. There's a lot of people who are really they're kind of overcome when they start getting into crypto, because it's mind-boggling when you start looking at it from the outside. Yeah. Oh, I've got this personal wallet. Oh, if I lose my personal key, I'm lost. Just one thing after another. And once people start getting into exchanges, it's another thing to learn. But this is kind of the first step. Getting a little bit in the wallet, then you can figure out exactly like how to get it out. And the cool thing about Incent is that there's a whole community there to help you if you need some help. I've seen Zonda help people firsthand in his streams to get into it. A lot of people are like, how do I get into it? And he's got his links and everything below, and he'll guide you. And any good streamer will do the same. So it's definitely worth looking into. If you're not into Incent already, this is a good opportunity to get into it. I still don't know what 90% of stuff is, Mad. Oh, Mad. That's my favorite D-Live troll. Yeah, I got in because of Zonda. There you go.
I think I just wish that Incent was around when I first started playing like Axie Infinity, because like Axie was like one of the first crypto games that I got into, but at the time I didn't have much money, and I only was able to invest what I originally had. And when I was playing it, a lot of people were very much in the same boat. Everyone was, oh, I want to get into Axie, but I don't have any money to do this. And in the end, like, it was the generosity of Coco giving away Axie as an actual ETH to give away for gas fees that actually enabled the community to get involved. But something like Incent actually allows viewers to build up a little bit. They could then go and take that to an exchange it for Bitcoin, exchange it to ETH, use it to play their crypto games. Right. And I think that's what's great as well. And this is why I think the crypto gaming companies like Axie Infinity need to get in touch with Incent, start talking to Incent and try and get involved, because Incent is the way to get in these crypto games mass adoption. I've been working, obviously I've been working with the Axie guys since kind of like when I first got involved, like probably just over 2 years ago now, or just under 2 years ago. And I don't know how many players there are, but there's probably only 3,000, 4,000 wallet address players with Axie. And well, to put it in perspective, I think Incent has done that in terms of new users just in the time that the beta's launched.
Right.
So that's 2 months or so compared to 2 years.
Right.
And that's what I mean. It literally is a way to give people the opportunity to build up crypto for free, have a little bit to be able to spend on their crypto games, and it brings in mass adoption. And it's proved it already just by the amount of people that have come across from DLive, Twitch, Mixer, and all these different streamers, because we don't just have 1,000 DLive streamers, it's 1,000 streamers that are varied across a variety of different platforms with a variety of different communities and viewers behind them. And I think that's what's really interesting, is that even though that Twitch streamers are a little bit against DLive streamers and DLive is a little bit against Mixer and so on and so forth.
Right.
I think the fact that we can actually have tools that tie them all together and say, actually, it doesn't bloody matter what platform you're on, because you can reward, you can earn, it's another revenue source for your streamer, and it's going to benefit you as a tool no matter what platform you're on. And I think that's why I love it.
Yeah, it kind of ends that class war, doesn't it? I mean,
exactly.
And the great thing is that there's platforms like Restream that let you hit all of these platforms at the exact same time. Then you can, get your rewards out to 5 different platforms at the exact same time, and you never know. This is crypto. First off, we don't know what'll happen to DLive, and anything can happen. And the truth of the matter is that we could wake up one day and it could be gone. This could be for any platform, though. It's just the way things go. So it's good to kind of expand and broaden your audience to where, in case you do have to take your audience from one platform to another, you have that ability.
100%.
But DLive has been good to me. And I mean, the thing about it is that, I may not agree with everything that the upper management does, but the community is 100% love. They have done nothing but lift me up, push me to go further, been there when I needed them, and it's super cool. That's what really makes a good platform, is the people.
I think as well is because it's because of these crypto projects that it invests people on an emotional level and a physical level. I was saying this before with Twitch. Although I was a relatively big streamer on Twitch and I got involved in doing a lot of official stuff. Flo, stop laughing to me, all right? All right? I'm watching the goddamn stream, all right? I got my bloody eyes on you, Sonny Jim, all right? See you laugh about my goddamn facial hair again, all right? And there'll be hell to pay, all right? Right. Now I've forgotten where I was.
I'm sorry. Flo caught me off guard. I can't help if he's got a weird beard.
Savage, God damn it! One day I'll have a good beard. Okay, it'll probably be when Bitcoin hits 100 grand and they do beard facial transplants. But one day I'll have a good beard.
Beards on the blockchain.
Yeah, I've forgotten where I was or what the hell we're on about now.
It doesn't matter.
Cares?
It doesn't matter. We got 10 seconds to the next race anyway. We're going to kick this one off. Oh my god.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, Flo. This is why Incent picked her up, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, did I even press play? Shit. Am I in?
Is there
I'm in. I'm already in.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
I think I'm good. All right, here we go. Come on, little Zonda, man.
Come on. Little Zonda. Come on, little Zonda. Yep, I see little Zonda in there.
Go, little Zonda, go.
All right, let's see who we got. Making down the way, the pipes here. Chuck, Cryptop, Kakaios, Relin. We've got a little bit of everybody down here, except for Zonda. There's Zonda. All right.
Coming in last.
No, you're not in last. You're about midway now. There's a chance.
We're down a tube.
We've got a tumbler.
I'm getting chased by a ball on fire. What?
Oh, that's got to be Copper.
How come his ball's on fire?
Well, there's an app you can actually get on your phone so you can change up your ball and personalize it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like having personalized balls.
I'm not even going to touch that one. I'm not even going to touch that one. Cryptop beats an early demise. Got Mad Ed out in the lead. Big smile. We've got more unlimited plans for you. Okay, never mind.
Wait, if Mad Ed's just about to win, can you just quickly refresh the game so he doesn't get a chance?
Okay, yeah, I'll before he gets to the end, I'll just see what I can do. All right, let's see here.
Just Mad Ed.
Who's gonna make it to the tumbler here? Looks like we got Relin through. Big smile, second. Daughter of May coming out third. Let's see. Yeah, that tumbler can throw everybody for a little bit of a loop. All right, here comes the rest of the gang. Zonda's still. Oh, Zonda's out.
Yes.
All right, now you got to get past these flippers. Daughter of May gets chunked out. And
as long as I've already restreamed, but I'm happy.
Right. All right, we
Quite
got
a Hutch nemesis. Oh no! I just watched that one go flying off at the end. I was like, oh, rip.
kind of an early demise there. Kind of an early demise. All right, looks like we've got Paul Adrian gets first. Kakios gets second. All right, Zonda. Zonda? Is Zonda going to get third? Zonda gets third place!
Yeah, boy!
So, Zonda, you are the winner of $10 worth of Incent. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I want to thank my mum. I want to thank my dad. This is a huge moment in my life. I obviously want to thank my little bull. It's been many years, and he's grown up well. I've been watching him race over the last few, and I'm finally proud to call him my little bull.
It's
so yeah,
it's so
it's a good day, and yeah. That wrecked anyone that come after third, you bunch of suckers.
So, Flo, if Zonda gets first, there was a certain movie that he said he was going to be able to watch. Something about Maximilian. What was your favorite movie? Gladiator. That's the one.
Oh, Gladiator. Best film ever, mate. Best film ever.
So if he gets first, you got to watch Gladiator with him.
She'll never watch Gladiator with me. I think Flo hates Gladiator. Flo, have you ever you've watched Gladiator, right? To be fair, it's like a 6-hour long film.
Yeah, it is a little long. I like the cut of your balls, Zonda.
Yeah, baby.
All right,
look at that third place. Look at that epic time. Zonda's ball's too quick, son.
All right, we're going to go on to the next track, and we're going to get one more race in, and then we're going to be looking to bring Rob onto the show. I'm going to go ahead and kick off the countdown. Y'all got 10 minutes.
All right, I'm getting in on this one, boys.
Back
that Incent, baby.
Got you a win.
I'm getting another one. Going all in for the wins today.
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Let's go, go. Go, go, go.
So if anybody definitely has any kind of questions or anything for Zonda, he is a part of the Incent team. Be sure to drop him there in the chat. He's been repping them good. He's also he's actually a Zenzo Knight as well. We brought him onto the Zenzo crew because we believe on how he carries himself. This man will say he's a sellout all the time, but I have seen him call people on bullshit more often than not. And a real sellout's not going to do that. Real sellout's going to be like, yes, yes, sir, yes, yes, sir, yes, sir, and not say anything else about it. So it's pretty stoked.
I only sell out for what I believe in.
I don't know if that's selling out.
No, I sell out hardcore for stuff I believe in.
You'll always be my favorite.
When it comes to something I don't believe in, I'll stand against them, and I got morals. But you know what? If it's something I really like, those morals go down the drain, and we're selling out hardcore, my friend.
Oh, looks like Pip had a question. Pip, I missed your question. Because I'm using a freaking trackpad.
All I see from Pip is Gladiator is crap.
Oh, Pip, how does Incent compare to Theta?
What do you mean in terms of how you can earn it? So, for instance, Theta as a token, I don't know if you can earn Theta, can you? But I know you can earn T-Fuel on the Theta TV website. You can do that by obviously using some of your excess bandwidth to be able to seed other streams. Obviously, with Incent, there's no utilizing bandwidth, there's no mining. It's simply a rewards token, which you are rewarded for upon claiming a code for your engagement. You can also earn it via surveys, so it's a little bit different to kind of how that sort of works. Obviously, Sliver or Theta for their T-Fuel is based off of their peer-to-peer technology to earn, and Incent is a rewards token. So it's a little bit separate, but as I said, it's another cryptocurrency you can earn. So why not? If you're on Theta, earn yourself some Incent, earn yourself some T-Fuel, and make sure you get some Zenzo too, baby.
Now, see, I did manage to get a Theta stream key. The problem is, though, I actually have to buy the premium version of Restream to actually use it. But I have not. I'm ashamed. Okay, I get it. Instant incentive while Theta you share bandwidth for currency. Yep, that's kind of how it goes, Pip.
Indeed.
Zenzo has its own
That's
token
the best
system,
way
yes,
to
it does.
summarize it super quick.
And we do have a special Zenzo announcement at the end of this show. You will not want to miss it. We are going to be shaking up the gaming industry like you've never even seen before.
Ooh.
That's a lot of oohs. All right.
Ooh.
I don't know about that last one. So we got 6 minutes and 30 seconds to the next race, so be sure to get in there. So for this next one, it will be the last one until we bring Rob on.
Last marble race for me then. All right, let's get in on this one. Need some money, baby. Let's go. This one looks like quite a cool marbles board. What are you about?
My data kick.
Oh no. Yeah, I've just noticed. I think it's dropped.
Come on, don't do this to me now. Hold on. Burn through 4 gigs on my phone real fast.
Right, there you go. Your D live stream seems to be back up.
Okay.
And Twitch, I think, is good to go too, yo.
Sorry, guys. I had to get more data on my phone. Excellent. Okay. So we still have everybody's marbles out on the track. Nothing's messed up there. No harm, no foul, right?
Yeah.
Whew. I don't even
Right.
want to know what my phone bill is going to look like at the end of the month, but it's worth it because you're worth it.
It is all worth it.
Whew. That made me sweat a little bit. I was like, oh, shit.
You got a little bit worried there, didn't you, mate?
A little bit. I
Yeah,
didn't
a
want to
little
have to
bit
go back
worried.
to my other internet because, yuck. So, everything's back. We shouldn't have anything else to worry about, hopefully. Right, all right.
Well, I guess before the race starts, anyway, is there any questions in the chat for me personally before? I know most of the questions are going to be for Rob. I'm not going to lie, I'm excited for Rob to come on and chat, to be honest. But obviously happy to answer anything else before I shoot off, before I win this last race. Did Tendo just leave? Walked out the door. He turned around now.
The AC on because I'm freaking dying in here.
getting a bit toasty.
Yeah, it's South Texas, man. I think our weather's drunk. It doesn't know if it wants to be freezing cold or friggin' hot.
Yeah, we don't have that problem. It's just always freezing cold.
It's either like extremely cold and raining, or it's a little muggy and raining. That's it.
Yeah. To be fair, we get some pretty hot summers at the moment, but like our heat here is horrible because it's a really muggy, humid heat. It's not like most places I've been in America. Whenever it's hot, there's quite a dry heat. But yeah, in the UK, it's sweaty and sticky and horrible, mate, horrible. But at the moment, it's bloody cold, so luckily we don't have to deal with that yet.
Oh no! So I forgot to tell y'all, we will actually have a special. Zenzo will have a special announcement at the end of this show. It may involve Coda if y'all have seen a little bit of that floating around. So you'll just have to stick around and find out. Door stream. Don't judge my door. Okay, my door has feelings too.
You should do a door giveaway.
Nintendo Potato. The potato is not coming on today. We're not going to bring on the potato today. We had snow here the last few days. It's March. Ugh. I'm from Texas, man. I don't do
snowing a little bit today.
Heck no. Nope.
Yeah, we had a little bit, not much. More like sleet, to be honest. But we had a little.
So basically, we had snow on Christmas Eve here one year, and it was like a foot. Now this is South Texas. People have never even seen snow down here, and it's the equivalent of everybody freaking out. Schools were closing, shops were closed. I mean, nobody knew what to do, and there's like barely any snow on the road. It was hilarious. But yeah, we do have a bunch of humid weather down here because I'm right by the coast. All right, we've got 2 minutes left to get into this next race, and then we're going to bring Rob, the man himself, on. We will have a small intermission, so don't go away. We'll be right back after that. But we're gonna have this final race. Good luck to everybody.
Good luck.
Gonna need it. You're
But
racing
you're not
against
gonna
Zonda.
need it because Zonda's gonna win.
Hey, you might as well not even race because Zonda's here. Zonda's gonna win first, second, and third.
That Incent and ZNZ, it's all mine, chat. It's all mine. All right, you're going home with nothing.
Going home with nothing. Oh man.
This hour's gone really quickly.
Yeah, I know. The checkpoint always flies for me. It's always such a build up because it's like a once a month show, and I'm like, I'll get nervous that last day, and then sure enough, while it's going, it's just, going a mile a minute. That's awesome, Chuck. I don't much like it here though. Oh, what, in Indiana? Come down to Texas, we'll take you. Algeria. Oh my God, I bet you that is nice. Well, all right, guys. You've got about 45 seconds for this last race. If you're not in it, you need to type !play now in the Twitch chat. And then that is going to be the last race until we bring on Jax on at the end of the race. We're going to have 6 more races at the end. And we're going to have 1 giant race after that.
Ooh.
That's going to be the big one.
That's where Zonda's gonna get the grand prize as well. I'm dreaming, man. I'm dreaming. I still can't believe Flo won, man. Like, what the hell?
That just, that just says a lot about
It's
it.
fixed.
It's fixed.
Nah, fixed, mate. Rigged.
It's because
Scam.
I won
Calling
X
you out.
Gamer. Because I won X Gamer. That's all. All right, guys. Good luck. Let's get it.
Should have done like an epic countdown, like 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to race. Marbles at the ready. Go.
I don't have a stream deck. I'm not a real streamer. All right, let's see. We've got Salviani coming out in the lead. Rondon not too far behind. Capitan going into the kickers here.
We need more enthusiasm. I want it like podcasted, like MLG commentary.
Matt coming around the epic turn.
We have Salviani leading in first place, following up on the right-hand side. We have Rondon Schneezy coming past. Don Backbook, whatever his name is, can't really pronounce it very well, comes in first. Mad Ed taking the lead. Plinky Click just behind him. Mad Ed on the right, fast down, gets a little speed boost, goes around the loopity-loop. Can't really tell what's going on right now. I don't know why I've gone slightly Australian for. But we got Mad Ed currently in the lead, mate.
Free Street Bot dies. Kaki Eos, he's passed on as well. Got Relin, Capitan DJ, holding on to a solid lead, but might get bumped off. Ooh, gets bumped off at the end. Relin going down nice and slow to make sure he doesn't get murdered. Flo takes a dive. Bizzo.
Damn, Captain DJ's on a roll. Jeez. Holy guacamole. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Rino. F's in the chat, lads.
F rip.
Oh, F
You're
for Flo,
in
F for
B.
Flo. She's long gone, yo.
Coming in and taking first place is my man. You're in B. Bizzo taking second and Relin taking third. Congratulations to our winners.
GG's in the chat, please. A rip for Pip.
Rip
I like that.
for Pip. Yeah, right?
A rip for Pip.
Well,
Rip
Zonda
for
man,
Pip.
it has been a pleasure. I appreciate you coming on and spending an hour with us.
Tendo, it has been an absolute pleasure, man. Thank you very much for having me. I hope you have a brilliant rest of the checkpoint. I will be watching. Yeah, I'm excited for Rob and Jax to come on and have a chit chat.
Ooh, because it's definitely going to be a good one. I want everybody to get their questions out. I want people to, because I know there's probably a lot of people still wondering what Incent is. Do they want to be a part of it? And, everything else. This is going to be a great opportunity for you to stop kicking that tire, jump off the fence, and get into the Incent gang. So,
Indeed.
we're going to go ahead and document these winners, and then we're going to take a small break while I get Mr. Rob situated. I appreciate everybody coming out, and hang around. We've got a lot more coming. Giving my first prize away. Giving your first prize away. Oh.
Oh, wait, I thought that was a wrap-up then. I started waving as if like you were finishing it. God damn it. That sounded like a wrap-up.
It was pretty much a wrap-up, but we are going to go ahead and wrap it up now. We will see you guys here in just a few. Peace.
I'm still waving. Can I stop waving?
Nope.
I'm still going. When do I stop?
Never.
God damn it. Are we actually on a cutscene or are you taking the piss?
Oh, I gotta get the audio. See y'all in a second, guys. All right, guys, I do believe we are back. Let's see if we got everything going flowing here. There we are. We are live with Mr. Rob himself, the CEO of Incent. Say hi, guys. How you doing, Rob?
Hey, fellas. I'm good, mate. Yeah. Good to see you.
It is such a pleasure having you on today. We are going to basically deal with the tire kickers that have, kind of talked about Incent, but may not quite understand everything that's going on. We're going to take some questions from the chat, but how are you doing today?
Well, mate, it's still a little bit early to know. It's 7 o'clock here, so my body, you can see that my face isn't properly fucking stretched out. No, look, this is my good. It's another sunny day in Sydney, so life's pretty sweet.
Cool. All right, looks like Flo says, "Miss you, Rob."
Hey, Flo, how you doing, mate?
Hi, hello, Rob. Glad to meet you. So, is there anything you want to tell the community right off the rip? But first things first, before we do, congratulations on 1,000 streamers signing up and using Incent.
Yeah, it's good news. It's good news. We'd set ourselves the sort of the target of getting to 1,000 by the end of March. So to achieve that, a month early. Look, the platform or the toolbox is what it is. Mm-hmm. The people I would credit for that really are the community, right? I mean, it seems to be happening on its own, which is telling us that we're delivering a service that people value and getting excited about. So that's really, it's good news.
It's really, really cool. I've got to talk to Jackson, a few times, and I think I've got to spoke to you. Well, it's probably about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe even longer. And I really got such a good vibe from you guys. We're being in the crypto space as long as I have. I've been burned by a lot, and you can usually sniff that out into people pretty quick. You can kind of see what they're out there for. And all I've ever got from you guys was, I want to see what people should already get it. And I love that about you guys.
Well, thanks very much. There is a on the face of it, what a streamer and what audience will see is the ability to get rewarded as they watch. But the whole, it's driven by quite a something that we care deeply about, which is this notion of the value of a human being, right? Mm-hmm. Back in the day, a human being was valued by what they could do or what they thought or what they could say, very tangible, simple to understand things, and that's changed. But what hasn't changed is people aren't being rewarded for the things that commerce clearly values, engagement, clout, influence, etc. So, if we're going to keep society together, then we've got to find ways of valuing people's in ways that they can actually achieve.
Yeah.
And so, Incent in its current manifestation is really just the first step of that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's great. And I mean, I'm lucky enough, I kind of got into it when Zonda started using it, and I actually got to use it, and it's helped my streams out a lot. I was a really small streamer, started off using it, and I definitely noticed a huge increase in my engagement, people wanting to follow, people showing back up, which, retention is a big thing. I know you know about churn probably more than most. And it's really such a just ingenious way of giving back while also building up something for yourself.
Well, you're right. Look, I think that some of our smaller streamers, their audience size has gone up 500%. Mm-hmm. I think Zonda's put on gusting 2,000 new subscribers in the time that he's been using Incent.
Wow.
And we're also seeing on average about 15% of what a streamer rewards using Incent come back to that streamer as in the form of donations. So,
yes.
this isn't this is not a huge sum of money for a lot of our streamers. Our average size is quite small. But it's probably the first time those streamers have ever received any revenue at all from what has, until this point, been a labor of love.
Let's see, we've got somebody who says, Shadow's Mind 95 says, I love telling people about Incent. I think every streamer who is interested in rewarding their community should use it. I mean, that's the kind of impact that it's having on the streamers. And I go watch other people's streams all the time, and seeing that, that Incent, drop code pop up in this, it's super cool, because that's just one way to kind of get into it. But when I started kind of scratching the surface of Incent and trying to go into it, I'm like, I want to figure out what that business plan. I want to see how it's going to be sustainable. And I started hearing about those ideas. It almost just made perfect sense. There's so much money that goes into advertising, goes into the marketing, and it all just goes into these pockets of these big time advertisers. And it's literally millions and millions of dollars a year. And having it trickle back down to the people that are really doing these things, it's super cool. And I really hope that the big organizations see the value in it the same that we do.
Well, look, you're right, of course. The marketing, the first point I would make is that commerce is desperate to find ways to connect with millennials and Gen Z, and they understand that the current modes and means of connecting are out of date. I don't know about you, but if I'm watching a video and I have to watch an ad before the video starts, my finger is hovering above skip ad, right? I just want to get out of there.
Right.
They're desperate for new ways of connecting, and they're open to the idea of paying it forward to their audience. There just isn't the means to do that. I mean, this is what Incent's trying to achieve. I don't think that, and similarly, audience as consumers, we're interested in brands that would pay it forward to us throughout time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's setting up the relationship in the right way. And so I think we're just in a situation where the advertising world hasn't caught up with the rest of humanity. And we're just doing business in a different way. So, for example, marketers absolutely understand that influencers are the way ahead. And they also understand that the smaller the influencer is, the more powerful they are, because the more connected they are to their audience.
True. Very true. And I have seen that.
When you watch a streamer who is, and many of them are, they're entertainers at the end of the day, and they're communicators, and the affinity that they have with their audience is quite something to watch. If that streamer is to say to an audience, do you know what? There is this charity. If you on the back of this reward code, there's this charity who needs your help to amplify their message. That audience will do that thing. We've tested that, and you can do a lot of good that way.
Oh, that's
so. It's it's about putting the tools in the hands of the of an influencer, so that they can increase their viewership, increase their watch time, but also move that community and make them aware of opportunities where they can earn even more if they'll do this other thing. And more often than not, people are more than happy to do that if they're given the ability to do so.
Right. And that's exactly what y'all were doing. And I really like, and this is what I was talking to Zonda about. Crypto is such a daunting task for some people, and they don't know where to even get started. And Incent literally takes you by the hand and guides you into it with little to no resistance, if that makes any sense. Because I've dealt with a lot of people. They're like, I don't even know where to start. I got to trade. But I also see the Incent people who are getting Incent coming into the community, going into the Discord and asking those questions, and the community literally taking them by the hand and guiding them through the process. Usually the community will do it before the team even gets a chance. And that says a lot about the community that you're growing.
Yeah, listen, it's not, you're right, that first step's the hardest one, right? You've got to, in the ordinary course, you have to sign up for an exchange. Then the very first thing that exchange is obliged to do is ask you for, a complete ID profile. And that's going to take, anything between 20 minutes and a day to clear. then you got to deposit funds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Incent and listen, we're not the only guys out there who are making it easier for people to acquire crypto. But with Incent, you just drop a code in, and you're good to go. And then you can cash that Incent onto the Waves exchange or Bittrex. There's and you've got any crypto you want, and you can pull that out of a wall, or if you want to go to Bitcoin, off you go. It's pretty simple. And, for example, Waves, the Waves exchange in particular doesn't require any ID at all. If you own the wallet and you've got value in it, then you can do what you wish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's super cool, because I've gotten plenty of Incent, but you're going to have to pry it from my cold dead hands. I am hodling until the cows come home. I won't let go of my Incent for nothing. But
yeah, so look, I should say a few words about that. I think it won't surprise you to learn that the groundswell of support that the Incent program has generated is particularly Twitter. It's hitting Twitter because you have maybe at this point nearly 400 active streamers who are using the Incent promo code to advertise their streams. They're excited to tell their community about what we're doing. That amplifies the message of Incent hugely. And so, what's happened this end is our inbox is inundated with solicitations from all sorts of business and investors and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Particularly, we're already in dialogue with some fairly meaningful financiers in stateside, and they are seeing applications for Incent in mainstream entertainment and mainstream sports.
Very cool.
And so, what we're trying to generate here is a self-fueling ecosystem, which is fed by ad or commercial dollars at one end.
Yeah, that's somebody just asked a question. Said, this money, where does it come from? And I don't want to offend anyone. I just want to be informed, and I think that's an honest question.
No, it's a great question. This project lives or dies by our ability to attract ad dollars into the economy. So the way the maths work is that where you're redeeming your code at the moment, you'll see a network offer wall, the first network offer wall at that code redemption place. Every time you perform a little pollfish survey, ad dollars come into the economy, and 94% of those ad dollars are cycled straight into Incent. So we literally we have a brokerage or rather a trading house in Sydney, and the cash goes to them. It gets flipped straight into Incent from BTC, and so what's happening there is new dollars enter the economy. 50% of the ticket price that you see on the network offer wall goes direct to the audience, and then in the future we'll cut the remainder to the streamer. So the idea here is that the streamer that provides the lead is paid. The audience who performs that secondary action, whether it be a survey or watching a video or retweeting something, whatever it might be, is paid. But in the first instance, 96% of those ad dollars hit the Incent economy, and that little by little benefits everyone holding Incent, because Incent's of a finite supply, right? We have to buy it from the open market. Otherwise, eventually, we just run out of the reserve.
Yeah.
And so it's not a question of, the big word, the tokenomics here are pretty simple, and we've made them simple because it forces us. You don't have to trust us to do this action. We have to do it because we don't possess the Incent otherwise.
Right. So
if we're to meet our ledger commitments, we have to buy Incent with the ad dollars coming in.
Right.
And so if you were to ask me how this moves down the road, is that already the site traffic is that of a medium-sized and well-known, publishing, website. But the higher the traffic to get.incent.com becomes, the easier it is, or we will move from what's called network advertising, which you're seeing right at the moment, through programmatic to direct relationships. And that's where it gets really interesting. Imagine as a brand, you can set up your own page within Incent. So you can brand up your own page. You can price up the engagements that you would like people to perform, to engage with your brand, but you're paying them on the nose for it in Incent. None of these payments will be huge. It could be $1 here or 50 cents there, whatever. And all of those offers are presented on the get.incent.com code redemption page.
Very cool. And then see that's straight from the horse's mouth, guys. Yeah, that's where it's coming from. This isn't just some magical internet money that's just appearing out of thin air. It's built on a sustainable plan. And I think that's probably where a lot of people may have been concerned. They were like, how is this gonna, be sustainable? And when you explain it like that, it's just getting Incent into the right hands, everybody using it, letting it grow. The more that advertisers are going to see the value in that and be willing to put money into Incent and help that grow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, commerce wants the problem that cryptocurrency has had with commerce is any business really, or even if the owner or the board are into crypto itself, they can't afford to hold crypto on treasury. They can't afford to actually hold it and account for it, and they're not comfortable with the volatility. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, from the point of view of governance and even just common sense, commerce can't afford to touch, or doesn't want to touch, the actual asset. Right. What commerce wants is an outcome. So if you're talking to a marketeer, they want click through. They want to prove that where their ad dollars are going, they're getting a result. And if you think about it, because Incent is a crypto platform, we can deliver 100% attribution. If someone claiming a code, we know it's a human being. And so they're getting the outcome with respect to attribution that they can't currently achieve through, would you believe, platforms like Facebook or indeed Google. Mm-hmm. And so that's extremely attractive to them, and it works for us because we can work with them in a way that is extremely robust from the compliance perspective. If you were selling cryptocurrency, there are many countries in the world, including the US, in which it is very hard to work. Yes. But if you are rewarding cryptocurrency, that's extremely robust. Mm-hmm. So if you then commerce with a means for them to achieve their outcome and secure their audience, the audience that they want to get to, that's good. And if you can reward that audience on their behalf with cryptocurrency, then the audience are happy. And if both are happy, then what happens is new dollars are hitting the economy all the time, and those new dollars are driving up the value of the open market value of Incent all the time. And you get this really happy outcome where everyone is doing well. Commerce are getting what they want, and more importantly, from our perspective, ordinary people are getting recapitalized again. And that is the heart of it. That's what drives me. That's why I left the public service to do this, is because I could see that I was running the wrong fucking race.
Right.
It's no good. It's great fun driving warships around the ocean, but it's not feeding anything if society is in the midst of eating itself or eating its people and making them poorer. So there you go. That's the deal.
Right. Let's see. I think we did have a question. It says, ask him, when was it launched? So when was the blockchain launched?
Well, okay, so I should be clear here. Incent is not a blockchain, right? Okay. So Incent came to life on the back of a conversation that I had with the CEO of the Waves blockchain, a guy called Sasha Ivanov. And Sasha Ivanov, before Waves existed, was a key member of the NXT community, and they were, if not the first, one of the first proof of stake blockchain ecosystems. And back in the day, and I'm going back to about 2015, long time in crypto. NXT had some great ideas, but the one thing they didn't solve was backwards compatibility. So as the core developers changed the system, everyone who was using their platform to do whatever they were doing was screwed. And Sasha fell out of love with NXT because of that. And he said, you know what, I can do it better. And so he built Waves. And as he was building the concept for Waves and getting himself funded, he needed projects that would fund themselves through what he was building. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Okay, so I was put in touch with Sasha. I explained to him the way I was thinking about recapitalizing humanity, which is, I know it sounds grandiose, but believe it or not, that's what still gets me out of bed. And so he said, okay, well, look, I'm looking for projects to fund through me. And I said, fuck it, let's go. And so we held our ICO through Waves in the year of 2016. We started in October and we finished at the end of November. And it was so new then that we had to delay the end of the ICO period because Waves weren't yet in a position to allow us to issue our own token on their blockchain. It was that new,
right?
And so we raised, we then listed the token on Bittrex in the first part of 2017, and off we went.
Very cool. Oh my God, that's if y'all have started that in 2016, that says how long y'all have been working kind of behind the scenes on this. How long has it kind of been in development, kind of out of the prying eyes of the public?
Well,
a couple of years now?
The best part of 3 years. The first 2 years. So the other thing I should be clear is that we are in the same way that Coinbase is a custodial service. So are we. Right? I need to be clear about that, and there's some good reasons for that. If you are running if we were running a decentralized autonomous system, an organism that was actually fully leveraging the capabilities of the Waves blockchain, we would have a very hard job getting on top of farming.
Definitely,
a very hard job, because once the value moves, it's gone.
Right.
Being a custodial service, one, takes all the pain away from the user, so they're not having to understand private keys, etc., wallets and all the rest of it. But secondly, it gives us control. The con of that you have to trust us, right? If you don't trust us, then you rip the value off the platform as quickly as possible, and if trust is absent, in the same, just like any commerce, where it's done.
Right.
So we are a custodial service, and that's what we are. So we make it as easy as possible to get value into your account and move value away. So the first thing we had to do was essentially build an online bank, and that took the best part of 18 months. It wasn't really until the back end of 2018 where we turned our attention to, okay, what are the front-facing applications that we can build on to this online bank. And our mission is to make it possible for anyone to reward anyone, anywhere, anytime, for anything. So that has to include their engagement, watching, and it has to include doing things, and you're starting to see that come to fruition now. And we've also piloted the means to reward people at the bank level for their expenditure, which in the future will become extremely powerful, and that is in the global patent pending technology. Okay. So it wasn't really until the back end of 2018 when we had our first app running, and that came to happen because of a partnership with a local esports promoter, Gfinity, and they were looking for ways to increase their watch time and increase the audience engagement. and we ran with them for a period of 7 weekends. It was as they ran their esports series in Australia, and that esports series was, in broad strokes, they had a team from every city within Australia, and they competed, through rounds. And what we saw a couple of things. The first thing we saw is the engagement and viewership went through the roof. In fact, for the more popular games that they played, it doubled. But the second thing we saw was that the audience size was an awful lot smaller than Twitch were reporting to Gfinity, like by an order of 10.
Oh.
There's no way. We were the only change they had made from one season to the other, and for us to have seen the impact that we saw against the number of new accounts that were generated, we just knew that the figures that they were being told by Twitch weren't just out; they were way out. And that's really what got us thinking. So we thought, okay, so what does this look like for an influencer, a streamer, and how would we go about taking that to market? So the product really wasn't, we understood exactly what we had to do, but what we didn't have was the right ambassador to go to market with. And it took us, I know it sounds crazy, but it took over 6 months to identify Zonda and approach him in a way that would capture his imagination and to establish a relationship. And really that was the driver. In the meantime, we launched Incent, which was this and piloted that in Australia, and that was we got that working really nicely. And it wasn't until so December Luke came online, and then it's just exploded. And so we've poured our attention into Engage from there.
Very cool. Yeah, because I've definitely, I've got to kind of witness the growth kind of firsthand since y'all opened the Discord to everybody and everything else like that, and it's just grown substantially. Let's see, I think we did have another question. Somebody was saying something about later on, are companies going to be able to put an advertisement in the drop codes?
No, I don't like that. No.
Okay.
Absolutely, that will never happen. No, that will not happen. I think that this has to work for the influencer, and I think it's in the same way that the streamers don't like the fact that audience have to watch an advert before they can go to their stream. That already feels a bit sort of, hang on a moment, I'll do it if that's what it takes to be on this particular platform. And indeed, if you chat to Zonda about it, it's one of the reasons he left Twitch, is he just did not like that feeling. And so that's absolutely the last thing I want to do. I'm far more interested in presenting streamers with imagine if the get.incent.com reward redemption page was literally full of secondary offers, and they could be from charities, they could be from whatever. Imagine it was a list, just like Google is. Well, now what a streamer can do is they can select the brands, the charities, the entities that they like, and suggest based on their own experience that a user might like to earn a little bit of more with these particular brands because they support them. That's what we're into.
That's super cool. So literally you can pick and choose who you want to support instead of just having a company shoved down your throat.
Exactly. This has to be the content creator, the influencer is the hero. It has to be that way. And this isn't me. I'm not toadying up to or attempting to ingratiate myself to streamers. What I'm saying is the guy who's creating or the girl who's creating the content, they are the best place to champion what they want to champion. So I'm in the business of giving them the means to do that, being able to monetize for the good of their business in that way, and for the audience to be engaged because the person that they trust is engaged. Not, that's how this has to work. This is how we need to rebroker the relationship between human beings and commerce. It comes through the influencer, hence the name influencer.
So let's see. I'm trying to read. Chat's going too fast. You got people hyped up here, Rob. I mean, and I'm really glad people are getting a chance to kind of see you now because I mean, I'm involved in a crypto project myself, and you know, when I came out of here and I was showing my face and I was telling people about it, people are like, "Wow, you're really here," and I think there's been so much shadows across crypto that people are a little jaded, and that was the idea of bringing you guys onto this show so people could reach out, you know, and talk to you and get straight from you what it means to you and what what your plans for the future are.
Yeah, guys, it's pretty simple. Like, I've got 4 kids, and I don't like the trajectory that particularly the developed world is taking. We are, you know, it seems to me that young people are viewed as a debt canister, primary. You know, how much debt can I put into that human being? And then we're surprised when you know, they don't display any satisfaction or any trust in institutions, which I think are fucking important, right? So I'm not a crypto maximalist to the extent that look, let's take a step back. I spent 25 years in uniform, and I worked, I had the extreme displeasure of working in and offshore states that had failed. I know what happens when a state fails. It's not good. You know,
Right.
You're not streaming anymore. You're standing behind the front door with a pitchfork and trying to protect your women folk, right? I mean, and if you don't believe me, you should.
Yeah.
So
I'll take your word
so-
for it.
So I'm absolutely not into the destruction or the diminution of state, and I'm not into it because we don't have anything better. And I rather like driving down a road. I rather like the fact that I feel secure, that my children go to school, that the rubbish is collected, that the streetlights go on, that people are civil to each other, etc. But if we continue to allow state and big commerce to eat the citizenry, to pour debt into them, to take the piss and to screw them over, if we continue to allow that to happen, then we will get the politics we deserve as people depart the center and move to the fringes. And we're already seeing it. You know, what can Rob do about that? We can take his fucking uniform off, and he can provide society with the toolbox to re-broker that relationship. And that means recapitalize ordinary people. If we can, recapitalization, giving people, you've seen it, right? I mean, when Incent hops up, it makes people happy.
It does.
Well, imagine if we could do like 100x, right? Imagine if people knew that by engaging and supporting their influencers, or opening this document, reading it, or watching that video, or whatever it might be, they could earn and they could support their influencer. Then you're starting to see a different community emerge, one that's mutually supportive, one that's more condor than eagle.
Yes, and that, I when I got to talk to Jax a few times, and like I got to talk to you that first time, and I remember just kind of going, wow, because it's such a breath of fresh air in this space. Because yes, it would be great to have the gains and everything else like that, but if you have people in the company that are looking out for you, doing the best they can do to put the best product that they can possibly put out there, when I heard the slogan "Stay True," I couldn't think of a better one. It's such a refreshing thing to see in this space. We're starting to come up towards a little bit towards the end of your time. We got about 10 or 15 more minutes. So if you guys do have a question or anything, this is a good time to throw it in there. We can go ahead and throw it at Rob. But I appreciate you coming on the checkpoint here. It's just an honor having you, Rob.
Oh, listen, I think it's my pleasure, and the key word here is together, right?
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't work if we can't deliver something for streamers that improves what they're trying to do, then there's zero hope of getting to the audience and putting value in their pockets. And if we can't build audience, then we won't attract commerce. So we are, when I say we're in this together, I mean that in the broadest sense. If you understand what I'm saying as a streamer, then help us make this offer war succeed. If you understand what I'm saying from the point of view of a viewer, I would say encourage your mates to follow Incent streamers, whatever platform they're on, and pull that value off, and and be happy about it, because this is, if you'd asked me in December that we would achieve the KPIs that we have, I wouldn't have believed you. But this thing has gone nuts, and it's gone nuts primarily because of the audience, both streamer influencers and their viewers. And so, fuck, we just got to keep going. This is very, very doable together. We just, you have to trust me that I will continue to drive the product in the ways that you wish me to. And already, the streamers they're in dialogue, that engage on Discord, have been wholly responsible for all of the platform devs since December. We just have to listen to what they're asking for and deliver it, and we're committed to that. We're not daft. That's the right thing to do from every perspective. If we just keep moving this forward together, we're already attracting the attention of finance, and we will, with increased audience, drive those mainstream primary relationships who are desperate to reconnect with audience, and know that banner ads are just so old that we're over it. Yeah. We are over it.
It's 2020. Yeah. It's time to keep it going. So I did see another question pop up. How did the name Incent come about?
Well, it's about incentivization, isn't it? At the end of the day. So that seemed a decent name for the actual token. It's always been about we've always been about incentivizing and rewarding, and so it's just a
play off incentivize, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of picked up on that when I first saw that, and it made sense. Like it was a title that kind of explained itself. It was like, if you want to give incent, it's the same as incentivizing your audience, and I like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it had an interesting. Boomer had an interesting dialogue with one of his viewers, which I wanted to touch on. There was and listen, I absolutely understand this. You're right. That people are jaundiced. They become jaundiced with crypto projects. They feel that there's an ulterior motive. And the questions that Boomer were getting surrounded, who was financing us, who was, where was people's data, where were people's data going, what's being given up here, what's really going on. I say to all of you guys, we are seeded at the moment, and we've bootstrapped ourselves since 2016. We raised about I'll tell you exactly, we raised 1,065 Bitcoins and a million Waze tokens, which back in 2016 was about 1.5 million Australian dollars.
Wow.
Okay, and that is it. And so over the last 3 years, we've poured. That's around. It was about 1.1 million US at the time. In the interleaving period, we've managed that cryptocurrency as fastidious as we can in the market. So we were long when the market was going up, we hedged when the market turned, and I actually shorted the market in the back end of 2018. And that's allowed us to pour between 4 and 5 million US dollars into the development of the platform, and we still have about 1 million left. And that's us. So we're not paid for by anyone. We're not sharing data with anyone. We are a bootstrap project. We're entering our first sort of Series A round, and interest is extreme. And so my expectation is that we will have a collection of angels and VCs this year, and that will take us through. Allow us to finance to scale, and that scale will bring in the sorts of commercial relationships that we've spoken about, and on we will march. So there's nothing going on here, guys. We're a team of about 13 people in Sydney, and then we have obviously an extended team of ambassadors and supporters within the community, and that, if anything, is where we would put venture money. So we would wish to expand our influence within this community, and then we would wish to broaden the product out to static influencers and video influencers, so persistent video influencers as well. And believe it or not, 96% of the influencer community is completely unserviced by commercial, by commerce generally. It's the 96%. It's the nano, micro, and mid influencers through every format that we want to provide a solution to. And if we can do that, we can meet our mission, right? Which is to make it possible for anyone to reward anyone anywhere. At that moment, a card operator that are desperate for this audience will help us take Incent to market globally, and they'll do so for their own reasons. It will give them the ability to run a plug-and-play loyalty program with all of their merchant partners. And at that moment, we will have everyone in the community will have a card, a payment card that they can use their Incent for. And what I want people to be earning Incent throughout life, right through the spectrum of activity, whether they're buying something or whether they are, engaging or as they spend their time. That's the goal here. And if we can achieve that, it's game over, and people will be earning as they spend. People will be earning as they spend money, and they'll be earning as they pass, as they spend their life.
Very cool. That, just like you said, it's game over at that point, because I think somebody was asking, it's like, what kind of information do we have to give up in order to do these things? And Zonda already answered it. It's not about giving up information at this point. It's more about, it's more about giving you a way to use something that you're already using without even knowing it, your attention. And this is giving a way to kind of incentivize that attention. It's super cool.
It's about, what does it boil down to? I think as human beings, so long as we have control, we're happy. And I guess I'm speaking for myself as much as anyone else. But if it's my choice to give up my information, if it's my choice to spend my time in a certain way, then I'm happy. I'm bright enough to make that decision and go do it. So, for example, if we were approached by a partner who said, "Look, we want to understand where 30-somethings in Greater London are blah 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 blah. What gender they are and where," then I'm okay with that, so long as the choice is with the individual, and the individual is paid for doing so. So if I'm in a position where down the road I'm presenting, for example, our community with the ability to, for example, let go their, their postcode, their gender, and their household revenue, I'm happy to put that to the community and say, okay, look, there's if you're happy to give up this information to this particular provider, there's $15 in it for you. Tick here if you want to. I'm cool with that. I don't mind asking the question, but I'm not in the business of selling information wholesale to a telesales company. That's we've got to move away from that shit.
Right. And we need to. And I'm really glad that y'all are just steamrolling that change. Rob, we're coming at the end of our time. Is there anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Listen, this is all about trust, and this is all about staying true, and you're staying true to us, and we're fucking doing our very best. I know that the platform isn't, every time we release, there's a little glitch. I know that there's some login issues right now. We couldn't ask for any more, right? This community is awesome, and you certainly, you've been great for our morale, and we've got our foot to the floor here. It's Sunday morning at, just coming up to 8 o'clock, and here I am, and the team are in, and we're all over this, and it's because of you lot. There's so much energy that comes back from you people that what else are we going to do, right? So just, if you can help us by getting the word out, but more importantly, just keep being yourselves. Stay true to who you are, and that's all we need.
Cool. Very cool. Well, Rob, I greatly appreciate your time. Guys, we're going to bring up Jax here in just a moment. I'm going to kill the stream because I got to switch to another internet because my phone has officially dried up for data. So, Rob, I appreciate all your time and thank you for answering all the questions today. Guys, you heard it here first. If anything, y'all can go watch the replay later on. And yeah, Rob, thank you so much.
My pleasure, mate. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. We'll be back on just shortly. Peace.